Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing good. I am Roshni from Learner Hub, the free learning platform where you get to learn anything and everything absolutely for free at learnerhub.com. So today I am here with a video on Management of Natural Resources class 10th Science, and in this video we are going to talk about how important are natural resources, in fact what are natural resources, and we will also talk about the 3 R's which are super duper useful in our day-to-day life. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So let us start with what are natural resources. So in this lesson, as the name suggests, we will talk about the ways we can manage natural resources and why is it necessary to manage natural resources. However, we have talked about natural resources in one of our previous lessons, but let us still have a quick review on what are natural resources. Again, as the name suggests, natural resources, that means resources which are obtained from nature. So substances that exist in nature and is useful to the mankind. So that is why they are known as natural resources, because they are already present in nature. We do not need to manufacture them or we do not need to produce them. They are already present in the nature and they are extremely useful to the mankind in many different ways, right? So when I talk of natural resources, you can, what are the things that come to your mind? Some of the things, can you visualize some of the things which are already present in nature and which are extremely useful to us? The first thing that comes to our mind is most of the times water, right? It is something which is natural, which occurs naturally and it is useful to us. So some of such things are soil, air, water, forests, wildlife, coal, petroleum. So I have just named some of them. So these are some of the things which are present in nature and which helps us in significant ways. For example, can you think of your life without air, water or soil? Because air is something which helps us to breathe. Water is something without which we cannot survive. Again, soil is something with the help of which we grow trees, plants, we get fruits, vegetables, flowers, right? Again, wildlife. Wildlife also has a very significant role to play because there are so many living beings which feed on other living beings, right? So everything, all living beings which exist in nature are interdependent. They are dependent on each other, right? Similarly, forests are the best supplier of wood, with the help of which we construct so many furnitures and things. Coal, petroleum, we have already discussed about coal and petroleum in our previous lesson while we were talking about fossil fuels. So we have seen how they help in generating tremendous amount of energy and how that energy is useful in generation of electricity and also for other purposes like cooking and all. Right? So these are some of the natural resources. So in this lesson, our aim is to see what is the need to manage these resources. I mean, why do we really need to manage natural resources and what are the ways of managing the resources? That means why do we need to manage resources and how do we manage these natural resources? Right? Okay. So let us come to the first topic, that is why do we need to manage resources? The first reason is that resources are limited, right? Let us suppose if you look at this picture, what does this depict? This picture depicts that for one drop of water, water is nothing but your natural resource, right? So for this one drop of water, you have so many contaminants. I mean, there are so many people, all human beings, not only human beings, all living beings, everybody needs water, right? For drinking, for cooking purpose, for washing clothes, for most of the things which we do in our day-to-day life, we need water. That means every living being needs water. But the amount of water which is available to us, because it is nothing that we are manufacturing water, that okay, if the population is increasing, let us increase the production of water. It is not like that, right? So it is something which is occurring naturally. So the amount of water that is present is limited, but the number of people or the number of living beings who needs water is increasing. So that small amount, that limited amount of water has to be managed, right? If we do not manage, if we keep wasting water like anything, what will happen? A day will come when we will run short of water. People will not get water. Correct? So this is one reason why we need to manage natural resources, because the resources are limited. Resources are limited, but the needs are not limited, because the number of people, number of living organisms are increasing. I mean, if your population is increasing, your needs are also increasing. Not only the population. If we not consider the population also, like for example, our need for water, how is it increasing? Earlier, maybe water was used only for cooking purpose, drinking purposes and all. But now we also generate electricity with the help of water. So we need more water, right? So that way is also the need of water is increasing and the resources are limited. So water is just an example. It is true for all other natural resources, whether it is forests. If we cut down too much of forests, what will happen? There will be scarcity of forests. After that, you will not get greenery around you. You will not get wood from forests, right? So we need to manage resources because the resources are limited. Secondly, ensure equal distribution of resources to all. So whatever, I mean, we have to ensure, for example, let us suppose you would have seen that when water comes in your, I mean, there will be certain localities where you have little scarcity of water. So those water vans come which supply water to the locality, right? So you would have seen that people run after, as soon as the van comes, everybody runs with a bucket to get some water, right? Now, if it happens that the first person who comes, he gets all of the water, what will happen? The people who are coming after him will not get any water. But that is not correct. Everybody should get equal amount of the resource. For example, even if this one drop of water should get equally divided amongst this 4 people. Even if each of them get less water, that's okay. Everybody will manage with that little amount of water. But it should not happen that one person is getting the most of it and the other one is deprived of it. So that should not happen. So that is again another reason that we need to manage resources. We should know how to handle the natural resources so that they do not get wasted, so that they do not get consumed only by a certain group of people, right? So this is another important reason why we need to manage the natural resources. The third one, to protect the environment. Now, how do we protect the environment by managing natural resources? That's because if we do not manage natural resources, we have seen that it results in there are many activities actually which actually pollutes the environment, which causes harm to the environment. And what happens if the environment gets polluted, if the environment is harmed? As the environment gets harmed, it is we who are actually getting impacted, right? So in order to ensure a healthy, clean and neat environment, we should also manage the natural resources. So we will discuss about each of them in detail. I mean, we will discuss about the environmental consequences. I think we have already discussed about the environmental consequences in our previous lesson. So anyways, now as we go ahead with the lesson, we will see what are the different ways to manage these natural resources. So now I hope it is clear that why do we need to manage the resources. So now let us talk about reduce, recycle and reuse. So what are these 3 terminologies? So this is nothing but a mantra to manage the natural resources. These 3 terms are often known as, they are popularly known as 3 R's. So these 3 R's will actually help us to manage the natural resources which are present in our nature. So let us try to understand the 3 R's. So in order to save the environment, the 3 R's are extremely useful. So what are they? First one is reduce. What should we reduce? We should reduce the unnecessary usage of natural resources. Very true. As I mentioned, we should make sure that we do not waste any natural resource because they are limited and the needs are unlimited. So we have to prevent the wastage of natural resources. So we have to reduce the unnecessary usage of natural resources. Recycle. Recycle, as the name says, to use something again and again. That is recycling the same thing. So recycle and use the natural resources in different forms. I mean, let us suppose you have a plastic bottle in your house, right? What happens? You have used the ingredients of that bottle and now you have thrown that bottle out. Now you will go to the market and you will buy another plastic bottle, correct? So now instead of generating fresh plastics again, what should be done? The already used plastics should be resynthesized, or they should be recycled to form new plastic bottles, so that we actually save the amount of raw material and energy which is being used in generating new plastics, right? So this is something known as recycling. That means you have used something. Once that is used, you use the same thing to produce a new thing. So however, you are using a new bottle now, but it has been recycled from the same used plastic. So that is known as recycle. So in order for recycle to happen, waste segregation is a must to recycle. What is waste segregation? Waste segregation means you should collect. It should be ensured that different types of wastes should get collected in different containers. For example, you will have your vegetable wastes from the kitchen. You will also have some wet wastes, right, which are liquidy, fluid kind of wastes. You will also have wastes like plastics and all. So they should be segregated. If you throw everything together in the same dustbin, what will happen? Those plastics will not be good enough to be recycled. So if you want those plastic bottles to remain in a good condition so that they can be recycled, the waste segregation should be done. So these days in India, they have started this waste segregation. It is very much active these days. They have differentiated the dustbins for different types of wastes. For example, you are not supposed to throw the plastic bottles and stuffs along with your along with your vegetable wastes and all, right? So they have started this waste segregation so that we are able to recycle many of the things. And the third one is reuse. Reuse means using the same resource again and again. As many times as possible, you try to use the same resource. Do not just throw something after the first use if it is capable of being reused again. Right? So we will look at some of the examples of reduce, recycle and reuse in the next slide. So you understand these three terms, reduce, recycle and reuse, they are helpful, or they help to save our environment from wasting or from poor management of natural resources. So to ensure good management of natural resources, these 3 R's should be followed. Now let us look at the examples of reduce, recycle and reuse. So let us first talk about reduce. As I said, we should not waste any of the natural resources. Wastage of water should be prevented. It is very common in many of the places where there is abundance of water. But please do not forget that in some of the localities there is abundance of water, but at the same time there are certain localities where there is scarcity of water. So if you are wasting water because you have enough of it, please think of those people who do not have water and they are crying for even a drop of water. So you have no rights to waste natural resources in this way, right? So we should always ensure that we save water. Again, we should try to reduce the usage of unnecessary electric fans or electric bulbs, tube lights. So we should not use them unnecessarily. For example, you would have seen that, let us suppose in your house you have some 6 rooms in your house. So you should make sure that only the lights and the fans of that room is switched on when you are present, and you should ensure that there are no unnecessary electric appliances running on in your home so that you can save some electricity, right? The next one is recycle. That means using the same thing again and again. I already mentioned the example of plastic. So that is recycling. That means you do not synthesize new plastics. Instead, you make use of the used plastics to generate new plastic objects. Now let's talk about reuse. Reuse means, for example, you have envelopes. We often use envelopes, right? So now suppose you have received a letter from somebody in an envelope, and if you want, you can turn the envelope upside down and use it again, right? So such kind of things which are very simple to use. For example, let us suppose you have purchased a bottle of jam, or you have purchased a bottle of sauce. So you have consumed the jam inside the bottle and you have consumed the sauce inside the bottle. Now what happens to those glass bottles? Will you just throw them? So there is no point in throwing them. You can make use of the same bottle for storing something else, right? So those bottles can be used for storage, because many a times what happens, people buy a bottle of jam, they use the jam. Once the jam is consumed, they'll throw the bottle as well. Now in order to store some other food materials at home, they will buy new bottles. So that is nothing but wastage of resources. So when you have these bottles, you can make use of these bottles for storing other things as well. So this is known as reuse. That means trying to use the same thing as many times as possible, right? So these are some of the examples of reduce, recycle and reuse.
So children, I hope you found the video useful. If you think that after watching this video, your concepts for this lesson are crystal clear, do not forget to mention in the comment section that concepts crystal clear. Now that will make us feel really happy, and if you actually found the video useful, do not forget to share it with your friends as well. I will meet you all very soon with a new video, with a new topic. Till then, stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye-bye.